Hallo en welkom bij de Painscreek Killings. Ik weet niet al te goed waar het over gaat. Ik weet dat het een detectieve is. Dat is het enige dat ik echt weet. Dus dat we clues moeten zoeken. En ja, voor de rest zal het verhaal zich wel uitmaken, zeker. We gaan meteen aan beginnen.
Hey, Janet. So the chief has entrusted you with my assignment, hey? I hope it didn't interfere with your weekend plans. Anyway, he told me to call you and fill you in on it. You remember the murder that happened a few years back that was never solved? The one at Painscreek where the ex-mayor's wife was killed? Well, the property's being auctioned off soon, so we don't have much time to dig up anything that's relevant to the case. So see what you can find. Hopefully it'll be something worth publishing. Anyway, take care. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Oké. August 3rd, 1999. In 1995, Vivian Roberts, a successful businesswoman and wife of a former mayor, was murdered and dragged to the front of her house. The case was never solved and the killer was never found. It was rumored that the PI was in Painscreek sometime later, but nothing's more on that. Last week we received news that large swatches of Painscreek County will be auctioned off soon. We would like to revisit the story and attempt to find out the following. Who killed her? What was the motive? And what was the murder weapon? Please submit your findings and front page photograph for your story to be published. Editor-in-chief, don't forget to bring the camera. Oké, dus we zijn een journalist, geen detectieve. Sheriff's office. Oké, dus... Oké. Oké, we gaan nu de sheriff's office binnen. Um, Oké, dus we hebben een flashlight nodig. We doen het zoals in een dingen. Dus dit is Painscreek. Dus hier zou ze vermoord... Nee. Waar zou ze vermoord zijn geweest? Dit is Major House. En het was een former Major, dus... Oké, we hebben een map. Oké. L doet ook al. Even terug, hè. page. Kunnen we dat openen? Nee. De rest is hier ook niks te zien. We zijn voorzichtig. Vivian Roberts, successful businesswoman and wife of ex-major, found dead in front of her home. Third death to strike Painscreek in less than a year. Vivian Roberts, the wife of ex-major Charles Roberts, was found dead in front of her home at Maple Doctor, Painscreek at 7:15. Mary Martinez, a maid currently working at the mansion, was retrieving the morning paper when she saw Vivian's body. She immediately called 911. The Painscreek sheriff, James Howard, arrived shortly and the victim was pronounced dead. The time of death was estimated between 11 p.m. last night and 1 a.m. this morning. The body is currently at the coroner's office waiting for an autopsy. The people of Painscreek have started grieving her. Candles, flowers were placed at the gate in front of her home where she was found. Vivian was a deep person whom many respected and adored. Her success in business, her loyalty to her family, and her love for the people of Painscreek are unsuppressed. She will be missed. Ik ga toch notities pakken. Ik ga alle mee in mijn notities nemen. Dus, wie hebben we? Vivian Roberts. Victim. Dan hebben we Charles Roberts. Husband. Former mayor. Dan hebben we Mary Martinez. Housemaid. Found it. Dus eigenlijk wist Charles ook niet dat ze weg was. In Maple Painscreek. En dan hebben we de sheriff, James Howard. Sheriff. En dat zou dus 23 uur zijn en 1 uur 's nachts. Oké. We hebben ook een missing boy. Maar die is vermist in 1989. Is misschien niet van toepassing. Ik maak er wel een notitie van. Joshua S. Taylor. Missing 1989. Born. Dus dan is die een... het was nu 1999, dus 23. Op dit moment. Moment van dingen. Voor Pebble Lane River Playground Blue Jacket Scar Left Eye. Nooit niet dat we iemand tegen, alleen dat we iets horen. Dan. Ja, red, brown en al, dat gaan we niet opschrijven, want ja, wie weet. En dan hier. Moon Café. Kom en even shit. Partnership. Maar nooit. Nee, precies niet.
this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Anne's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Picket en... Wat zeg je? Painscreek?
Hi, this is Steven. I just wanted to make sure the package was sent. Again, I'm currently at Anne's courtyard. Any extra info you have would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
Nee, het kon. Scott Brooks, Painscreek Trinity Church pastor, suspected for killing. Scott Brooks arrest. The police apprehended Scott Brooks yesterday afternoon. He was resigning at the Roberts hunting event at the trailhead, according to a witness who at the time had wished to remain anonymous. He was coming home late on July 19th around 11:50 when he saw Scott walking very quickly away from the road, heading down Silver Lake. Although Scott looked upset, the witness did not think it was unusual until a few days later when he comes across the newspaper on Vivian Roberts' murder. Feeling uneasy about the whole situation, he called police. Shortly after the call was made, the police arrived at Scott's cabin and questioned about his whereabouts the night Vivian died. Scott said he did meet her that night, but he has nothing to do with the murder. Dus Scott Brooks. Trinity Church, dat is een totaal andere religie. Pastor's son. Dus dat is niet de pastor, dat is de dingen. Seen fleeing. 50 p.m. Ik moet nog eens de goeie zien wanneer dat ze gedood wordt. Hier staat toch geen datum bij? Nee. Dit stond op. Wacht. Options. Ik ga gewoon eens zien naar mijn controls. Journal. J. Newspaper. Dus 19e. July. 20th July. Daar is ze. Dood. Waarom moet ik in één keer? Nee, ik wou deze bekijken. Nee. Story of Tonti. Waarom kan ik dat oppakken? Sheriff Department, work location, dear Sheriff. Due to the decreasing population of Painscreek County over the recent years, we've assigned delegate manpower elsewhere. This is to inform you that you have been reassigned to the Grant County stating May 1990. En het is nu 1999, dus het staat hier al een jaar leeg. Waarschijnlijk. Voorlopig kan ik hier niks doen. Ik ga wel van deze nog een foto trekken. C. Wie weet kom ik het nog tegen in zijn huis. Ah nee, ik weet het. Ik denk dat ik het weet. Het is een jaartal. Ik moet teruggaan. Nee, ik denk dat ik het weet. Dus ze is in 95 vermoord. We hebben ook 19... Oké. 1995 is ze vermoord. Toch niet. Nee. En de laatste dat ik nog wil proberen. Nee. Oké. Ik denk dat ik voorlopig goed zit. Ik zeg, denk ik. Nee. Dat is even rondkijken. Ik kan niet springen. Nee. Hè? Dat stond erop. Stamp. Oké, we beginnen al goed. Ik vind de sleutel al niet verbinden te geraken. Oké. Oh, wacht. Dat zijn er veel. Vivian Roberts' funeral was held this afternoon. Bernard, the butler, Dorothy, the head maid, head servant, Derek, the family chauffeur, and his mom, Wanda, who was fighting cancer, attended. Vivian's husband came with their daughter, Trisha. Charles did not utter a word. He was very quiet. Most of the time came and paid their respects at the funeral. Halfway through the ceremony, Trisha started to weep loudly. Dorothy, the head servant, brought her elsewhere, and the crying died down. I noticed that Dorothy looked tired. It must have been tough taking care of Trisha, who has multiple breakdowns. I cannot blame her with the loss of her mother and with her boyfriend being accused of the killer. Dus die Scott is boyfriend. Trisha? Belangrijke informatie. I can't blame her. Accused as the killer, it must have taken a toll on her. I feel sorry for the whole family. The town of Painscreek is quickly becoming a ghost town. The population has decreased dramatically over the years. Ever since the deaths occurred, it seems that more and more people are looking actively to leave this town. It's sad to see the once lovely town become what it is now. It's been almost 6 months since Vivian was killed. Her death still bothers me. Why was she killed? What were the killer's motives? She was someone who earned the love and respect of the community. No employee of hers, nor innocent citizen of Painscreek reaped any benefits from her passing. It doesn't make sense. Painscreek Community Hospital has officially closed. Remaining patients have been allocated to other hospitals to provide suitable services for them. It's hard to watch and leave. I wonder if the day will come I will be reassigned somewhere else. Okay. Hey, key. Desk. Okay. Ah, Janet Kelly, dat ben ik. Yes. Vivian Roberts Murder Case Report, August 6, 1995. Misschien 0806. Ik ga even dat proberen, hè. 0806. Nee, doesn't work. Alright. Scott Brooks is the only suspect of this case, was apprehended a few days after Vivian's body was found. According to our investigation, someone saw Scott at 11:30 near the woods, north of the mansion. Two hunters were looking for more woods for the bonfire when they heard shouting. They witnessed Scott and Vivian arguing. However, they were too far to hear the content of the argument. 6 months prior to Vivian's death, Scott was fired from working at the mansion. She cited Scott for tardy work and rebellious behavior. She also prohibited Scott from visiting the mansion and meeting Trisha, who by then had a close relationship with Scott. We are currently investigating the case. Scott is our main suspect in Vivian's murder. May 14th. Nee. Nee, 12. Ach, ik heb 4 staan. Dus we hebben toch al 1 volledig verhaal. Want we hebben het verhaal van James Howard volledig. Omdat ik die een nummer niet zie staan. Zie, nu ben ik nog zo voorzichtig geweest. Nu had ik 1 die een locked draw gevonden. Niet gezien. En had ik de sleutel op de grond niet gezien. Dus dat gaat heel leuk worden. Maar die Martinez staat wel niet in zijn overzichtje van degene die allemaal geweest is. Stamp. Waarom hebben we een stamp? Ja, dat hebben we al gezien. Tutorial is completed. Ik ben even aan het rondlopen gewoon. Eerlijk gezegd is hij wel heel chic. Het gebruik waardeert. Hier is hij een jong vermist. Shouldn't go in the water, mine. Click the view. No, nice. Dit is Scots, denk ik. Dit is Scots cabin. Dat hij gearresteerd is geweest. Oké. Is dat een hunting area? Oké, nee, we gaan zijn zo gegaan. Even hier geweest. Ik denk best even teruggaan. Oké. Dus, we hebben een clue van de sheriff office meegepakt. En dat was dat we naar de cemetery gaan. Want daar hadden we dan onze padlock. Dus ik denk dat we gewoon eerst naar de cemetery moeten gaan. En dan moeten we eens gaan bekijken. Ja, deze cemetery. Huh? It already has been unlocked. Dit is gesloten. Het is hetzelfde jaar. fris erop. Toch, die is dat zelf. Die gaan nog doorgegaan. Oké, dus we weten ook al dat Trisha doodgegaan is datzelfde jaar. Hoe heet die jongen weer? Nee, Taylor. Het kon zijn dat het de moeder was van die die verdwenen was. Hier vinden we niks terug. Wacht, we gaan nu zoeken naar het huis. Nee, het is toch daar. Dus we gaan... Ik kan die voetstappen kruipen. Walnut en Silverlink. Walnut, dan moet ik even door. Oké. We zitten nu normaal in het huis dat ze... Allee, op het landstuk dat ze vermoord is. Maar ja. Het is gewoon wel. Ik ga eens beneden verdieping doen. Dit the second floor. Okay. Dr. Henley Johnson found drowned in vehicle at bottom of Cherry Creek Lake. Body submerged in water for as long as 15 days. A burgundy car was found at the bottom of Cherry Creek Lake yesterday afternoon. Dit was op 13 juli. Dus dat was een paar dagen voor haar moord. A swimmer who chose to remain anonymous said he was diving in the lake when he saw what appeared to be a red car glistening at the bottom of the lake. He swam towards the vehicle and was shocked to see a body in the driver's seat. He quickly called police. 3 hours later, the vehicle was pulled out of the lake and the body was identified as Dr. Henry Johnson. Based on the police report, the body has been in the water between 10 and 15 days. Painscreek Hospital Community Hospital confirmed that Dr. Johnson last checked in on July 29, 1995. The hospital staff assumed he had left Painscreek for business purposes, which Dr. Jones was known to do rather privately. No missing report was issued. Oké. Ze zeiden wel dat er al meerdere doden in dat jaar gebeurd was. Dus. Zoals een van die. Niks. Wacht, wanneer is dit? Dit schreef ik. Dear Mrs. Roberts, this is on Vivian. On behalf of Jackson and Lois, we would like to thank you for appointing us to be Painscreek Hospital medical provider. With your husband, Mr. Charles Roberts, running for major, some might consider this partnership to solely be for the benefit of his status. On the contrary, it also greatly benefits us, as your supporting funds allow us to continue our research and assisting our elderly patients. Details of the contract will be sent over shortly. Please go through the papers, have them signed and returned to us by the end of the week. Thank you, Eric W. Campbell. Hi. Okay. Van naar boven te gaan, dus van naar buiten te gaan. Diary? I've been here for almost 3 months. Everyone treats me well. Most of the workers have been here for a long time, some as long as 30 years. Dorothy is probably oldest maid here. Dorothy heeft dan Trisha meegeholpen. She's really nice and responsible for taking care of all the maids. She also gives me snacks. Nice. The other oldest worker is probably Bernard, the butler. He's so serious. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. Dorothy and Bernard don't talk much to each other. However, they are perfect when it comes to attending Charles and Vivian needs. I guess that's why they're in charge here. I noticed Charles and Vivian are never together much either. Even when they're both at home, they don't seem happy with what's going on. Rich people's marriage. Vivian was passed by when I broke the vase. Was passing by when I broke the vase. Must have been real nervous because I stood there for God know how long. I thought she would scold me or even fire me. Instead, Vivian invited me to have tea with her. She asked about my parents and what I wanted to do in the future. I told her I hoped to open my own deli someday. She said I could do anything if I set my mind on it and work really hard. Like me, she used to be poor. Now she's a successful businesswoman. I hope to be like her someday. Wanda is sick. Dus Wanda, dat was een van... Dat was de driversmother, geloof ik. I heard she has cancer. It's been 2 months since I took over for her. Her son, Derek, here, stays with her whenever he's not driving for Charles. See? Claire Lincoln, huh? I feel sorry for them. Luckily, Mr. Roberts helped with their financial needs. I pray she gets well soon. Andrew shouted at me for walking on the grass. I thought I was sure I didn't step on it this time. He was drunk anyway. Scott told me to ignore him. I wasn't sure how he could be so patient. I was taking care of Andrew and covering his workload. I would have assumed Scott was Andrew's son if I hadn't known that Father Matthew adopted him years ago. He's so nice and talented, not to mention handsome. If only he wasn't taken by Trisha. Kan ook zijn dat Andrew werkelijk zijn vader is? We zijn... Ik denk dat dit Maria's dagboek is. En daarna ook niks meer ingeschreven is. Adios. Denk ik op de koelkast, maar dat doen we zo meteen wel. Anyone delivering food to church on Saturdays, please look on the doors and return the key under the flower pot for leaving. Buiten staat er nog flower pot. Ze hebben nog wel niet alles weggedaan. Ja. Jackson en Lewis. Oké, dan gaan we naar de first floor. Het is wel heel schoon gedaan, het spel. $3.20, use the flower. Pattern cup for Mondays. En het is Maria. Haar dingen. Forgot to return the servant's key room in time, so left the key in the kitchen drawer. Sorry about that. Ik ben toch in de kitchen geweest. Indeed. Okay. Huh? Oh, wacht. Het zijn er ook nog. Oké. Oké. En boven. Nee, volgens mij vrijdag. Ja, wacht. Nee, dat is een entrance key. I was cleaning Miss Roberts' tea room when I stumbled upon a pile of letters full of negative comments addressed to her. Why on earth does she keep these letters? She, more than anyone in this town, doesn't deserve to be attacked by these faceless cowards. These people cannot see the positive impact she has made for this community. It's not her fault that her business deal don't please everyone. There are always a few trolls. Mark diary. I was cleaning the mansion attic today when I found Derek and Wanda's old stuff. I asked Derek about it and he told me he used to live here with his mom until he was about 6 years old. We chatted for like an hour. I've never talked to him that much. It felt quite nice with him, rather relaxing. I had to interact with Bernard today. His left wrist was falling badly. Maar ik kan niet meer praten. When I asked what happened, he claimed he fell during rock climbing and twisted his left hand. But he couldn't help with writing so he couldn't help with writing the Easter infestations this year. I told him he needs only his right hand for writing. He looked at me as if I was joking. How could I have known that he was left-handed? So Bernard the butler is a lefty. Ah. Sorry. Ik had deze al opgeruimd terwijl ik even om mijn mond aan het spoelen ben. Dorothy asked me to help her clean her house tomorrow. I didn't know she had her own place. I thought she lived with the Roberts family in the nanny's room. She said she hasn't used the house for the past few months, but it needs to be taken care of every now and then. She will be 60 this year. I think I should help her. The address is 40 Black Pine Road. Het is misschien het volgende huis dat ik ga bezoeken, als ik een sleutel vind. May 29th. Dat is nog altijd dingen te veel. Trisha and Vivian had an argument during dinner. Vivian is mad to send Trisha is thinking of sending her to college. She wants to be with Scott. She's not thinking straight. Ze heeft ook een nogje op. Scott. Maar ik zijn namen al door elkaar aan het halen. We zijn nog maar een uur bezig. I was about to clean the gallery when I noticed the door was already slightly open. I looked inside and saw Mr. Roberts standing in front of a painting. Right before he left, I heard a faint click. As he was leaving the gallery, I hid in the staircase hallway. When I was sure he was gone, I went into the gallery to see what he was so entranced by. It was just a painting of an old woman with a white headband. I wonder what's so interesting about this lady. Hidden room. There will be a grand party to celebrate Trisha's birthday this evening. She will officially be 21 years. Trisha and Scott are meeting at the shed behind the mansion. They called it their secret hideout. I know Vivian doesn't want Trisha to be with Scott. Should I tell her about it? July. Dus een week voor haar dood. Dr. Johnson is dead. He was the head of Painscreek's community hospital and as well as the Roberts family doctor, die we in het nieuwsartikel hebben gezien. The police came by and asked if Vivian would be willing to go down to the station for another interview. I was nervous, but Vivian was very calm and accepted their request. She came back in the evening, assured us that everything was okay. She had nothing to do with Dr. Jones' death. His death was purely an accident. Oké, dus we hebben nu alles gezien van Mary Martinez. Heb ik dit al gezien? A need reports got to Bernard. His speechless acts are getting out of hand. Today I saw him peeking into Mr. and Mrs. Roberts' room. He has been told not to do this. We gaan eerst checken. Da Vinci Wine Service. From Jacksonville to in Roberts Estate. My. Da Vinci Wine. Nee, ik wil daar niet. I'm sorry, Thomas, I must have forgot to check inventory. Apparently, we're missing a case of Da Vinci's. Please don't tell Mr. Rob. Ugh. Dat is niet goed. Tegen dat er iemand gestolen heeft. Ik denk dat ik van alles heb. 20 years later, Painscreek still honors the lives of coal mine workers. 20 years ago, 6 members of this village, together with 13 others from the towns of Hillsdale and Old Creek, perished in one of the coal mine demolition programs. The coal mine belonged to the Roberts Mining Company. Vivian Roberts, who had just married to the Roberts family, started a fundraising event that raised $96,000. Contribution 24 from her own company, a total of $120,000 was compensated to the 6 families. Dus dat is $20,000 elk. This is a very small sum compared to what those families lost, and no amount of money can replace their loved ones, Vivian told the press. What we can do, however, is provide them with whatever help they may need, and for those who have helped financially, the Roberts family thank you. The words not only comfort those families. Okay. Waar komen we dan uit? Okay. Oké, dan zijn we rond, hè. Nou, even buiten kijken. Hier staan Da Vinci doos. Dit is de check when zijn to the check. Oké, hier zijn we gevonden. Daar ligt daarin. Ik denk niet dat ik hier alles al heb. Maar ik weet niet of ik alle sleutels hier kan vinden. Dit is Trisha's room. Dorothy's room. Ze zijn in de maid room geweest. We zijn nog niet. We zijn in de exercise. Er zou een attic ook moeten zijn. Ik heb toch ergens die nodig. Wel, ik ga hier wel even mee moeten stoppen. Want ik moet vertrekken. Maar dat is geen probleem. De volgende keer gaan we gewoon niet meer verder. Ik zou zeggen, like, subscribe en tot de volgende keer. Bye bye.